Hello, hello, hello. It is Sir Jaxie, and today I'd like to take a moment to just try and clear up any confusion that folks might be having in regards to the Witcher Saga. That being the book series, not the video games. Where I think that there's some confusion, or where I know I had confusion, is the fact that, well, first let me backtrack. Many of you may know that the Witcher video game series is based off from a set of books, or a series of books, done by a Polish author by the name of Andrzej Sapkowski. And I probably totally butchered the name, and I do apologize if I did. But this series of books that he wrote, the first two were a series of short stories, and so the first two books were compilations of those short stories, and then there were 5 novels. Now, the short stories introduced a lot of the main characters that would be coming up and being seen later in the novels. And where the confusion comes in is the fact that the American publisher, or the publisher who's publishing these books into English, has only so far taken and published 2 books. This one here, The Last Wish, is the first of the books, and this is the first book within the series. So it's a book of short stories. The second book that they published, however, though, was Blood Elves. And Blood Elves is actually the 3rd book in the series. The publishers felt that the English reading population weren't interested in a series of, short stories, or a compilation of short stories, so they decided they weren't going to bother publishing the second book, which is, in English, it is The Witcher, The Sword of Destiny. Now, the problem with this is that within the Sword of Destiny, a lot of the main characters that start showing up in Blood Elves are introduced. Well, you would think that after the success of the video game and the first 2 books that they published, they would go back and publish The Sword of Destiny as their next English translation. They didn't. In fact, they have come out and said, no, we are not going to publish A Sword of Destiny. We have no plans whatsoever to publish that now or any time in the future. And they announced that they would be publishing Time of Contempt, which is the 3rd book in the series. This is the novel that this is the 4th book in the series. It follows Blood Elves. It's also one of the 5 novels. And that book is coming out June 20th of 2013. I do recommend the series highly. As you can see here, I have purchased The Last Wish. I've read it. I've also purchased and read, or I started to read Blood Elves, and then I got aggravated because I didn't know where the characters were coming from, so I stopped reading it. And I've already pre-ordered Time of Contempt. So, I'll go ahead and put the links into the description below. However, one of the big points of contention I have is with this publisher deciding to totally ruin the order of a series of extremely good books. In fact, Sword of Destiny, as we can see here on the Witcher Wiki, has actually been translated into Czech, Russian, Lithuanian, German, Italian, Spanish, Bulgarian, Serbian, French, Finnish, Hungarian, and Portuguese. That's 12 languages that this book has been translated into. But the publishers who have the English translation rights are refusing to publish it in English. Now, I've done some research, and I've actually found online where you can get a fan translation of it. I've briefly looked this over, and the translation's pretty good. I haven't seen too much of a problem with it. So I will put this into the link, into the description as well. Normally, I don't necessarily take and support links like this. However, in the case of a publisher saying flat out, no, we're not going to publish that, and it's a crucial book within the series, it's the second book in the series, I think people have the right to read it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this link in the description below as well. This is a very good series. If you haven't read the Witcher series and you enjoy the video game, I highly recommend the books. So, having said that, there is also a petition, which I will link to, if I can find it here, that was started to try and get the publishers to actually take and publish Sword of Destiny. And let's see. So, if you want to take and support that, then you can take and do that here as well. And I will take and put this link over as well, so that you can take and go ahead and click on the big red signed petition and help us get Sword of Destiny actually out in a book form instead of just out in PDF form. This has been Sir Jaxie, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to like us. And be sure, if you haven't subscribed yet, that you subscribe. I will be coming out with more Let's Play The Witcher in the near future, as well as Let's Play Dragon Age Origins, as well as other little videos like this that take and just help give you more to read and a better quality of life. Again, until next time, this has been Sir Jaxie, fading to black.